Elon Musk on August 16th responded to Tesla Economics on Twitter and said that the beta V12 version would be live streamed with Elon Musk this week. And Elon just responded and said, maybe I can squeeze it in tomorrow night. This would be crazy because your FSD V12 version is your level 4, which would be ready for state approval for a robotaxi network. This is what you need. This is the holy grail of autonomy. Level 5 FSD, just so you guys know, or level 5 autonomy involves no gas pedals, no steering wheels, but it's essentially the same as level 4 autonomy. It's hands off. The car does everything for you. So this would be obviously a big deal, and we will keep you informed if this actually happens. This is also some very big news as well. Tesla has launched a new Cybertruck delivery event invite referral program award. You can go to the Cybertruck delivery event in Austin if you complete 3 referrals, which will earn you enough credits to redeem for an invite with a +1. And you guys can actually see the screenshot right here. So the Cybertruck delivery event looks like it's coming very soon. But before we go any further with Tesla stock news, I think we need to address the elephant in the room. Nvidia reported earnings yesterday, and Nvidia's earnings were so good it sent the broader markets soaring higher. Tesla stock in pre-market trading today traded as high as $244.14 per share, as you can see right here. Where are we currently at? Well, down almost 2% on the day to $232.54 per share. And there's 2 main things that are happening today. Number 1, buy the rumor, sell the news. This is a classic on Wall Street. But that's not what is really causing markets to sell off today, by and large. Nvidia is still green by about 3%, but the second reason is having a big negative impact on our markets. It is durable goods orders month over month for the month of July. This came in at negative 5.2%. Last month's reading was 4.4% positive. So you have seen a complete 180 in durable goods orders. Now, the forecast was for 0.5%. So the forecast was already for weak durable goods orders. This just came in as a pile of dookie. That's essentially what you got today with the durable goods orders. This tends to be one of those leading indicators of a slowdown and or a recession. Think about this logically. Why did stocks sell off in 2022 so hard? Well, it was because the Fed was raising rates. But it was really because of recession fears. See, when the Fed raises rates, that should actually be a good time to be an investor in the markets, because presumably the economy would be doing well. That was not necessarily the case in 2022. The economy was not doing that good, but the Fed still had to raise rates because interest rates were high. So there was always this fear about a recession. Well, as we are at 5.25% Fed funds rates, and it looks like the Fed's conditioning us, or will be conditioning us coming tomorrow for more rate hikes, well, that's not a good scenario to be in. And ultimately, the markets are always going to be more fearful about a recession compared to anything else. So it looks like durable goods orders coming in this bad outweigh the positives from Nvidia earnings. Now, in other Tesla stock news, Elon Musk is reportedly talking with Wall Street executives about a payment system for X similar to PayPal, but updated and offer low transaction cost. This is pretty interesting. Tesla is now sending out email invites for a free Plaid test track experience at their Fremont factory. Quote, you'll have the opportunity to ride along in the Model S Plaid on a test track, meet local Tesla owners, and attend a DIY service workshop. Refreshments will be served. To attend, please RSVP. Space is limited. Tesla is going to launch a train shuttle to Giga Berlin in September. It goes on to say this train will run about 60 times a day and transport not only factory employees, but is also available for free by citizens. This will start operating in September. It will travel between Erkner railway station and the train station directly next to Giga Berlin from Monday, September 4th. Now, this is just using the train tracks, essentially, that are already there. There is a train track that goes on Tesla's property. So they're just going to be able to connect a cart to it and do all the transportation. So it's not like it's a huge investment on Tesla's part, as kind of the headline of this article makes it seem. Payouts are expected from Elon Musk SEC settlement. Investors who lost money when Elon Musk tweeted about taking his electric car company Tesla private may soon collect from a $42.3 million fund set up when Musk settled federal fraud charges. In a Wednesday night court filing, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission said 3,350 eligible claims will share in a $41.53 million payout, recouping 51.7% of their losses. Isn't really a loss if you held this whole time? You be the judge of that. Other sums will be held back for fees, taxes, and expenses. U.S. District Court Judge Louis Lyman in Manhattan, who oversees the case, on Thursday said he intends to approve the payouts by September 1st or shortly afterward if no one objects. PG&E adds Tesla mobile energy storage to island test Forest Hill microgrid. The Forest Hill microgrid serves slightly more than a dozen PG&E customers in the city of Forest Hill in Placer County. Those include Forest Hill High School, a wellness center, water agency, church, gas station, market, post office, and bank, among others. They performed a 48-hour islanding test of its distribution microgrid created to provide uninterrupted power to a high school, water infrastructure, and other customers in a northeastern California community. The test, which began Friday and ran through Sunday, focused on whether the microgrid could be capable of powering customers in island mode without grid power for the 2-day period. The key differentiator in this islanding test was utilizing solar plus energy storage as an alternative to diesel generators, which remain on site as a backup if needed. I can't find a clear answer if this microgrid islanding test was successful, but I can't find anything that says it was not. So I'm going to go with it was successful. S.E. Robinson on Twitter posted a video that was actually first seen on TikTok from Big Sean 642 of 7 new Cybertrucks sitting at a truck stop. And boy, are they shining. If these are some of the production candidates that Elon spoke about yesterday, well, maybe we're seeing so many Cybertrucks now because these are actually trucks that are ready for delivery en route to their holding destination before those final delivery times. After all, now we have the referral program, which you could take a guest with you to the Cybertruck event. Pretty exciting. It's coming right around the corner. Also spotted today was a Cybertruck with what looks like red lighting interior, kind of this seam in here. And Sawyer Merritt says red ambient interior lighting spotted in Cybertruck, likely RBG lighting. I just want to meet the lucky guy that gets to drive this Cybertruck. See what he has to say. Folsom Police Department becomes the next police department to add Tesla Model 3 and the Model Y to their fleet. After the city council approved the purchase of a Tesla Model 3 and a Model Y. Folsom PD is joining a growing group of law enforcement agencies adding Teslas to their fleets. Neighboring cities like South Pasadena have already made the transition, revamping their entire fleet with Teslas. There's also the Fremont PD, with its close ties to Tesla due to the company's factory located there, have also added several Teslas to their fleet. It says the Model Y will be used as a patrol car for Folsom PD, while the Model 3 will be used by community service officers, according to Folsom PD Operations Division Commander Andrew Bates. Now, this is probably the coolest piece of news we have ever shared on the channel. Tesla has now won permitting approval for a dinner and drive-in movie supercharger in LA. Tesla has been teasing the possibility for several years of a drive-in movie theater and diner supercharger site that would host 32 stalls, 2 screens to show famous movie clips, and a restaurant with rooftop seating. Initially, it was planned to be built on a series of lots in Santa Monica. However, the location was moved east to Hollywood and will now be placed on 7001 West Santa Monica Boulevard. As the project has been moving through the normal regulatory process, Tesla has been receiving some approvals and requests for corrections on many of its filed applications to begin construction at the diner/supercharger. These applications were submitted by Tesla in November of 2022, and after 8 months, the plan was approved by the city of Los Angeles, and the permit was issued on July 18th. This is kind of the concept look of what this could look like. You see kind of the rooftop dining experience, and then to some degree a movie theater down here. At the same time, you can charge your Teslas at a supercharger. Pretty dang cool. This is like taking a gas station and putting it on steroids, okay? That's kind of what this is. And I would imagine you would have some of the same kind of convenience aspects of a convenience store/gas station as well. These are more concept photos of what this might actually look like. Really cool. This would be an experience in and of itself to go to this charging station. Tesla's stock at the time of recording this video is down about 2.2%. Again, the reason for this is bad durable goods orders. That was a really bad sign for the economy because, again, it tends to be one of those indicators that starts to go negative before you actually go into a recession. It's more of a leading indicator, if you will. Now, part of why the markets are selling off today might be because some of your quote-unquote experts are telling us that Fed Jerome Powell is going to condition the markets for multiple rate hikes to come. That is why the 10-year Treasury is up 3 basis points today at 4.229%. Close to this high of this cycle, right? Sitting at the higher end level, as well as the 2-year Treasury, which is very sensitive to interest rate policy from the Fed. That is up almost 6 basis points today at 5.008%. Fed Jerome Powell is going to give the Jackson Hole Economic Symposium speech tomorrow at 10:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This will be 7:05 a.m. Pacific time. If you're not an early bird, well, tomorrow might be a day you want to get up early because this is very important. The last Jackson Hole speech that we had, well, if you look at the S&P 500, that was during the bear market rally or bear market bounce in August of 2022. Over the next 2 months, markets fell about 20% to bottom out in October. So you are getting a lot of kind of memories of this that don't look very good for where our markets are currently at, given we have rallied so much. Jitters are actually causing the markets to now assign a 19% probability of a September 20th rate hike. That is the next Fed meeting. It is 3 weeks, 5 days, 23 hours, and 14 minutes away from now. Yesterday, the probability of a rate hike was 7% lower. So around 12% was your yesterday's probability of a rate hike in September. Based on what Fed Jerome Powell says, well, that could push this probability of a rate hike a lot higher. And that's something, as you can see, 81% of market participants expect the Fed to hold. It's not something the markets are actively pricing in for another rate hike. A matter of fact, the markets are not expecting any more rate hikes at all. As far out as December, you're still expecting the Fed to be where we are today and to not get another rate hike. In January, we're expecting to be at the same point as where we are at. In March, you're still expecting a hold, 43% chance. Now, previously, you were actually expecting the first rate cut in March. In May, you're now expecting the first rate cut with a 37.6% probability and a almost 29% chance that the Fed stays where they currently are all the way until May of 2024. Tesla stock is specifically vulnerable if the Fed is overly hawkish coming tomorrow, or if the markets sell off in a big way. Tesla is very sensitive to interest rate policies because about 90% of their business is done through loans, as that's the typical statistics for vehicle sales. About 90% of vehicle sales, there's some form of loan involved. So interest rates going higher obviously puts pressure on demand for Teslas. This is the way the markets are looking at it. I don't think it really does too much if we get another rate hike or another one. It really doesn't matter. Tesla is a lot different than your legacy OEMs that are hit a lot harder when the Fed actually does raise rates. And you can see that with Tesla's growth rates that are still very, very strong and likely to get even better in 2024. But nonetheless, that has nothing to do with the price action of Tesla stock. If the Fed comes out and they're very hawkish about needing more rate hikes tomorrow and the markets sell off, Tesla stock is not going to be immune to that. Tesla stock is going to fall as well. And if the worst case scenario were to happen and we get another Jackson hole like we've seen in 2022, which looks highly unlikely, then I could see Tesla stock quickly retracing back to 200, even as low as 180. Now, I personally believe Jackson Hole is going to be maybe not a bullish event, but not a huge bearish event either. We already know that the Fed might raise rates a couple more times based on the Fed minutes that came out last Wednesday. So I'm expecting somewhat of a nothing burger, but just like we seen today with the durable goods orders, you never know what the markets might want to take as good or bad news and run with it. The durable goods orders outpowered, if you will, NVIDIA earnings. I did not see that one coming. So that's going to do it for this video. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you like to make money and you want to make more of it, or at the very least, you just want to stay up to date with everything going on with Tesla stock as well as the broader markets every single day. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about all of this information. In the meantime, my name is Michael Tyler, and thank you for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one.